Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Crossroads. Alright, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch just to make sure I have enough room and to make sure we get everything. Let's see. I know you can't see this, but it's just mostly for myself to make sure I get everything on the screen and to make sure I get all the cool details in. See, like that, just realized that I kind of fell in a little bit, but that's the hard part about drawing a straight line, right? That's okay. That's just how we're gonna do it. And if you don't draw a straight line, don't worry about it. It's no big deal, because obviously I can't either, you know. This is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna bend that in like that a little bit. Draw a line right there. And this is mostly going to be the rough outline, or the black line outline. Coloring will be done afterwards. I just wanted to get the black and white drawing in, and then you can take care of the rest with color. So for now, I'm just going to do that. Okay, and so same thing, all this lettering and all that stuff, we're going to worry about that with color. This is just going to be just how to do the ink version, and then you can color it up. And so this is going to be tricky because it's going to have chains, but there's kind of an easy way to do it, kind of a trick to doing it basically, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so I think that's enough for the sketch. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a Sharpie and we'll get started. And I'm going to start with a fat Sharpie to do basically the outline, then I'll come back and do thinner details on the inside. I'll show you that in a second. It's going to be a really cool trick. So let's see. I want to draw the first thing, that's the foreground first, then you're going to draw the background back behind it because all that stuff's hidden by it. So this part of the sign is what I think is first, so I'm just going to kind of do like this. And see, it doesn't matter if it's straight because it's a sign that's all bent and beat up, so you can be all crooked about it. I'm going to get some that's straight and then some that are off, and there's a couple of holes in this sign too, so I'm going to put those as well. Okay, I'm going to bring this back across. So this is pretty much straight across, just a couple of little dents to give it some flavor, give it some technique, you know. And so these chains are on the next thing that are in the foreground or back behind as far as layers. So let's go ahead and do that first. So to help me out, I'm going to do a very simple thing. Basically, it's going to be like that, and then you're going to do the same thing. Let's do another one up here. We're going to kind of space it like that, space it like that, and then space it one more like that. And then you're just going to connect like this. And that's a basic, easy way to make chains. It's kind of cheating because it's not exact. It obviously doesn't really match up perfectly, but you know what? That's okay. This is how we're going to do it. This is the easiest way to get it done, and it still conveys the message of a chain, you know? No one's going to look at it and go, what is that? You know, what's a chain? That's what that is. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do a couple like that, a couple like that. Let's see, there may be one right there, so I'm going to put another one right here, and then just kind of connect them. And just have fun with them. That would be there. That's going to be there. Okay, then I'm going to do one more like that because that's wrapping over. Okay, so the next thing is going to be this part of the sign, so let's do it across. We're going to go over like this. It's back behind that, so we don't have to worry about too much. Then pick it back up here. There's a link in the chain there that I'm going to add, but you can do what you want to do. This is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Okay, and see, the top of the sign is going to be like right around there. And it dents in right here, so we're just going to kind of do like this. Then do the same thing down at the bottom. connect it there. And I'm not going to put those lines. I'm going to let the coloring take care of that. Okay. There's a circular sign back behind it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and draw the pole to start to connect the whole thing. Okay. So I'm going to do the top of it like that. Then it's going to come down through here. And then I'm going to keep going down to here, because that's where the wrapping is going to be. Okay, so let's do the other side. Yeah, let's do the other side and stop about right there. Okay, there's a couple of spikes that are going through like this, kind of these weird, almost like bullet spikes. Don't know what they are, but it's a cool design, so we're going to do it like that. And look, I kind of fell over right there. No big deal. That's how it is. This is how I draw. There's a circular sign back behind it, so I sketched out how it's going to be. So I know all I have to do is do something like this, like that, and it's coming around the top here, so we can kind of do something like that, and that'll kind of take care of where it is back behind there. Okay, so since I know where this bottom part is going to be, I'm going to kind of do like this. And look, my sketch is over here. I'm going to shift it back over here to kind of match it up to the pole that I started drawing. So I'm going to do like this, and that's straighter in line. That's why I sketched, to see where it's going to be, and that's straighter in line to that top part of the pole. So now I'm going to draw the wrapping that was on there, and what I want to do, watch what I'm going to do here, is I sketched out how it's going to be. So I'm just going to kind of do something like this, and I'll show you why in a second. And basically what I'm doing is just making up overlapping pieces. Okay, there's no certain rhyme or reason to it. I'm just kind of doing what I think is cool, like that. Okay, and so here, let me go ahead and show you what I was going to do. And so now I'm going to come back with a smaller pen, and I'm going to connect these lines, and it's just kind of make that just stand out more, thick versus thin. That's kind of what you want to do with stuff like this, because it makes it stand out a lot more and gives it a certain technique and style, you know. So when you draw this for your friends, it's going to look different from everybody else's, because you're using a new technique and a new style for it. So you've learned something a little bit better there. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the bottom half of this. It's just going to kind of splay out just a little bit like that and reconnect. And it's got a piece of concrete where it was attached like this. There's a bottom half, like where the ground was. And then we're going to extend the bottom like this, because that's where it was like into the ground. Okay, and then we'll put a piece of rebar like flowing through like that. Okay, and I'm going to add a few more tiny little details, then take care of coloring with the rest. The coloring will make it look even better, and that'll help you out too. So I'm just going to add a few more little creases and chunks here to give it again a little bit of style and technique. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, and how about something like that to make it have depth is basically what we're doing. So just add a couple lines like that to make it your own, and that will be your Crossroads. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.